Okay, so I want to now move on to my official Super Bowl 56 pick. Who's going to win Super Bowl 56? Over the past 3 seasons, because I've done the show for going on 3 years now, I've actually done pretty well when predicting Super Bowls, okay? A couple of years ago in 2018, I predicted the LA Rams were going to win the Super Bowl. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but they got there. 2019, I picked the Philadelphia Eagles to win the Super Bowl. They made the playoffs, but they weren't close to a Super Bowl team. Last year, in 2020, I proclaimed that Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, before the season started, I said they were going to win the Super Bowl. And that ended up being true. I actually said Chiefs versus Buccaneers was going to be the Super Bowl matchup, and it ended up happening, and I picked the winner from the jump, okay? So, who's going to win Super Bowl 56 this year? There's a lot of great teams in the NFL. But here's the thing. I believe Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers will win Super Bowl 56. That's right, people. I believe that this season is Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers' time to shine. The Green Bay Packers will win Super Bowl 56, and Aaron Rodgers will win the second Super Bowl MVP of his career. I believe the Green Bay Packers will beat the Cleveland Browns in Super Bowl 56. I've already talked about the Cleveland Browns on multiple occasions. I believe their roster is absolutely loaded. I believe they will actually knock off the Kansas City Chiefs this year. And I believe Cleveland breaks through and gets to the Super Bowl. That roster is incredibly talented. And here's the thing. I know what you people are going to say, but Jamon, the Green Bay Packers aren't going to win the Super Bowl. What about the Chiefs? What about the Buccaneers? What about the Rams? Here's the thing, people. I get it. The Green Bay Packers have made it to 4 straight NFC Championship games, and they've lost all those NFC Championship games. I get it. But I think it's Green Bay's time to shine because the last 2 seasons, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, under Matt LaFleur, current head coach of the Green Bay Packers, under head coach Matt LaFleur, the Green Bay Packers have been knocking on the door the last 3 years. Okay? And in 2019, with a brand new head coach, that head coach being Matt LaFleur, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were just trying to figure things out. And they somehow still got to an NFC Championship game. In a year where Aaron Rodgers was just figuring things out. Last year, everyone doubted Aaron Rodgers. They said Aaron Rodgers is washed. He's no good anymore. He's no longer elite. Aaron Rodgers has his best season yet, has an all-time great MVP season, and Green Bay gets back to the NFC Championship game. Now, in that game, they lost, but I think it's pretty clear to most people that Tampa Bay was the better team. That's pretty much, in my opinion, non-negotiable. Like, if anyone looked at Tampa Bay last year and felt Green Bay was better, I think that they're mistaken. I actually think Tampa Bay is the more talented team this year between Green Bay. But here's the thing. The best team doesn't always win the Super Bowl. A couple of years ago, the Carolina Panthers were 15-1. They lost to the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl, and Peyton Manning wasn't very good. Okay? We've seen Tom Brady and the Patriots in the past lose to Eli Manning and the Giants twice. Okay? So the best team in the NFL doesn't always win the Super Bowl, people. And by the way, in that Tampa Bay Buccaneers game last year, a big reason why Green Bay lost was because David Bakhtiari was hurt. They're starting left tackle. Now this year, in year number 3 of the Matt LaFleur era in Green Bay, by the time the playoffs roll around, Green Bay's offensive line should be fully healthy, led by David Bakhtiari, led by Elton Jenkins, who's a superstar offensive lineman. He's really, really good. He's incredible. They do have to replace Corey Linsley this year, but Josh Myers out of Ohio State, who's a really good center in my opinion, has been getting rave reviews from the coaching staff. I think Green Bay should be fine on the offensive line. I expect Aaron Rodgers to have another MVP caliber season. He has arguably one of, if not the best wide receiver in the entire NFL to throw to in Davante Adams. Not to mention the Packers also added Randall Cobb to the equation. Randall Cobb is going to be huge for the Green Bay Packers because over the past couple of years in these NFC Championship games, Green Bay, in my opinion, has just needed a couple more playmakers on offense to get them over the hump versus San Francisco, versus Tampa Bay, good defenses. Because you need playmakers, okay, to make plays. I think Randall Cobb is the guy that can quickly get open. He's the guy that Aaron Rodgers trusts. Randall Cobb could be the biggest X factor for the Packers this season in their chances of when it comes to their chances of winning Super Bowl 56. Not to mention the Packers also drafted Aaron Rodgers out of Clemson, who's really, really good. He's another good weapon for Aaron Rodgers to throw to. You still got Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who really improved last year. Allen Lazard is a decent target. The Packers also have a really good running back core, led by Aaron Jones. Not to mention, A.J. Dillon is a great complement to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones provides the passing game, skills where he can catch passes out of the backfield. He makes big plays in the open field. He's a speedy guy, whereas a guy like A.J. Dillon is a guy that you can just run the football with on 3rd and 1, on 3rd and 2 situations, on the goal line. He's a bruiser. And once the weather gets cold and once playoff time picks up, I believe the Packers will be expanding A.J. Dillon's role. Not to mention they also drafted Kalen Hill out of Mississippi State, another good weapon. And the defense for the Packers is going to be the biggest question because we've seen over the past couple of years, when Aaron Rodgers loses playoff games, more times than not, is because the defense is giving up 30 or 35 or 40 points a game. I think the defense has a chance to be pretty good this year. I really do. Okay, I'm calmly optimistic, but I think this defense has some playmakers. And not to mention, Joe Barry is the new defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. There's a reason why they fired Mike Pettin, former defensive coordinator. It's because Mike Pettin just could not seem to get the most out of the talent on Green Bay's roster regarding the defense. And his defensive schemes were very predictable. He wasn't mixing things up. I think Joe Barry is really going to do some great things with his defense, okay? Because you have a great cornerback in Jair Alexander. You have a guy like Eric Stokes, who's a first-round pick that could contribute. Kevin King comes back. And I know Kevin King gets a lot of flack, but if Kevin King is your third best cornerback, I think your quarterback room is pretty good. You also have an elite safety tandem in Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos. Zadarius Smith is a really good pass rusher. I think Rashawn Gary will really start to take another leap. I think that he'll really benefit from Joe Barry's scheme. Not to mention, you still have Kenny Clark and Preston Smith on the defensive line. So Green Bay has the talent, okay? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to sports, I believe in destiny. Michael Jordan having the iconic shot in game number 6, that being his final shot versus the Utah Jazz, and then he leaves the Chicago Bulls with a bang. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers winning Super Bowl 55, to me, that was destiny. A lot of people believe this is quote-unquote the last dance for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go out with a bang. And potentially, if Aaron Rodgers wins the Packers Super Bowl 56, I think Green Bay will get together as a big, happy family, wrap their arms around Aaron Rodgers and say, hey, we whiffed. We were wrong to draft Jordan Love. Let's embrace Aaron Rodgers. Let's make Aaron Rodgers a Green Bay Packer for life. Because Aaron Rodgers has said multiple times, he wants to be a Green Bay Packer for life, okay? And I think Green Bay this year is destined to win Super Bowl 56. I think Aaron Rodgers is due for another Super Bowl. He's been knocking on the door for so long. I think he'll win a second Super Bowl this year. And I believe Green Bay is the team, at least this year in 2021, that is best equipped to defeat Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, last year, Green Bay played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers really close in the playoffs, okay? Kansas City got blown out in the Super Bowl versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, Green Bay, even with injuries on the offensive line, they honestly still could have won that game versus Tampa Bay. The real Super Bowl matchup in 2020 was the Green Bay Packers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a very close game that came down to the wire. And if Green Bay was a little bit better on third down, capitalized on a couple of those turnovers, and was better in the first half, they very well could have beaten Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay? The Green Bay Packers are the team that is best equipped to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they have Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. The 49ers have Jimmy Garoppolo as their quarterback. I don't trust them. Trey Lance is a rookie quarterback as well. Seattle's roster, to me, isn't good enough. Washington has questions at quarterback. And while Matthew Stafford and the Rams are very talented, this is their first year together. And Matthew Stafford has never even won a playoff game. So are we all of a sudden going to trust Matthew Stafford to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs when he's never even won a single playoff game? I think we need to take baby steps here, folks. Okay, so that's how I feel about Green Bay. I think Green Bay will go on the road at some point in the playoffs and knock off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers en route to getting to Super Bowl 56. And if they face Cleveland or Kansas City, I believe they have the defensive talent, and I believe they have the quarterback in Aaron Rodgers and enough weapons to get themselves over the hump, okay? And here's the thing. Green Bay is kind of being underrated this year. You know, everyone's talking about the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Buccaneers. Meanwhile, everyone's forgetting about the fact that Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have had back-to-back 13-win seasons under head coach Matt LaFleur and led by Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Green Bay flying under the radar is the best thing for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Because the only time Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl is when he won one as a wild card road team, where Green Bay had to win multiple playoff games on the road to get to the Super Bowl. Everyone thought the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to beat them in the Super Bowl, and Aaron Rodgers said, hold my beer, I'm going to beat Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers, and the Packers were destined at that point. So I think that destiny's on the Green Bay Packers side. When it comes to Green Bay and Cleveland matching up together, I think they have great rosters, okay? However, I think Aaron Rodgers' experience and Green Bay being an experienced football team is going to be the difference. Cleveland has the defensive talent to keep Aaron Rodgers on his heels. But when it comes down to things, do you trust Aaron Rodgers in the biggest moment, or do you trust Baker Mayfield? And while I do think Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback, I don't know if Baker Mayfield is ready in his third season as a starter to beat Aaron Rodgers and a pretty darn good Packers team in a Super Bowl. So there you have it, people. That's my Super Bowl 56 prediction. I believe the Green Bay Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers, will win Super Bowl 56. I have the Green Bay Packers beating the Cleveland Browns in Super Bowl 56. Aaron Rodgers winning his second Super Bowl MVP trophy. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.